Today, on Be Something Wonderful, when you get this, you get everything. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning, and this comes from a client session that I had yesterday. And she said, Tom, I've been watching you now for several weeks, and I wanted to binge watch as many videos as I could before I booked a session with you. But then something happened while I was binge watching your videos. It was amazing. She goes, I really got this idea of what persistence really means and the idea that you don't need patience. She goes, you talked about that in an older video. And then I put that together with all these other messages, and I got it that I just dropped the past and dropped the future and just entered that present moment. It's exhilarating. It feels like things just fall on my lap. Things are easy. Guys, I want to talk about this today and more because we got into a discussion of the idea of persistence and the idea of I need to have patience and persist. Right? I hear a lot of clients say this. I hear a lot of you say that in the channel. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, except it puts everything you want in the future. Right? And you have to persist because you got to deal with, quote, past programming or past subconscious thoughts or things that are intruding on what you want. All of that keeps you in the past, keeps you in that subconscious past and in that potential future. The now moment is where it's at. So I really want to cover this today and more. And she even brought up the story of Lazarus when I talk about when Jesus gives the command to unbind him and let him go. You really get this idea that it's really about loosening yourself from linear time, from the idea that the past goes to the present, goes to the future, that you've got to wait for your manifestations, that you've got to persist in time to get what you want, versus persist in the timeless. Do you get it? And that's when patience isn't required, when everything's already yours, right? The real definition of patience in Scripture is love. Love is patient because it's love, because patience is not required, right? So lose yourself from linear time, unbind him and let him go. Lazarus was raised from the dead, but he was standing there all bound in grave clothes. Couldn't speak, couldn't move. So you're resurrected, creation's finished, it's all yours. But are you still bound in linear time? Are you still bound by doubt and fear? Are you still bound by the idea that you have to wait for it and be patient? Are you bound by this in linear thinking, limited state of mind, that lack is possible? All that binds you, right? Persist in the thought, the state of being of I am, the whole, complete, and without limitations of any kind. That's what we really mean by persistence, right? You're persisting in the I am, in your desired end, for sure, in your imagined end, but in that I amness, in that present moment. It's beyond the thoughts of doubt, fear, and limitation. Persistence isn't something you do to get something. It's a state of being, persisting in that I am, right? It's beyond thoughts of doubt, fear, limitation, and linear time and space, bound in grave clothes like Lazarus, right? There's no gap between cause and effect. Right? We put the gap, and the ego puts the gap in between cause and effect and calls it linear time. It says you've got to wait for what you want. You've got to improve yourself. You've got to fix yourself to heal and to be who you want to be. None of that's true. Linear patience is not required. Patience is love. It's a natural state of being when you are recognizing your unity and oneness with Source. That's patience. Let's unpack it like we never have before. Persistence is not equal to patience. They're not the same thing. Because some of you talk about it, and even like this client says, before I thought persistence and patience were sort of the same. That you got to persist and be patient until you get what you want, right? Persistence is conviction. It's the knowing that as you put your focus and attention on your imagined end, on what you want, on your wish fulfilled, as you go to the end and stay there, you are in Barbados, 3D reality must coalesce around your inner reality. That's what persistence means. As you persist in I amness, in the conviction that everything's already yours, right? Patience implies waiting. It implies having to tolerate a state of non-fulfillment until something happens or doesn't happen in 3D reality. That's what a lot of times we look at patience as. It's love. Scripture's clear on it, but we use it as a thing that we believe we have to wait for what we want. It implies that we have to tolerate this unwanted 3D reality until we get what we want, right? So it's reluctant acceptance of undesired conditions. We're reluctant to accept them. We'll tolerate them. We'll have patience. If I get what I want, I'll have patience. Do you see it? So let's hit this a little bit more. Persistence is a decision to live in your desired end. That's what persistence is. It's a decision to live in that end and stay there. To live in the I amness of who you are, or whatever you're imagining you want at this moment or want to be. It's that higher ideal, that higher concept of yourself, persisting in that decision to stay true to your heart's desire, whatever that is. And it doesn't mean you have one heart's desire or two or three. You can have as many as you want, but it's to stay in your heart's desire, your true higher self. That's where everything's added to you. This is what she felt. Right? She totally dropped that past and that future, that imagined past and imagined future, and stayed in this present moment. You don't need patience when you already are and have it all. You need only to persist in that knowing and inner unseen truth. Wow. Do you hear? You don't need patience when you already have it all and you already are all. You only need to persist in that knowing. That's what persistence means. That's what patience means. In that knowing, in that inner truth, that unseen reality, the magic and power of imagining, affirming, and all other processes, hear this, is not to make something happen out there. There is no out there. We've talked about that, where patience is required. Patience is required if there's an out there. Patience is required in linear time. But it's not required. The magic is it's to experience it already happening within. You don't need patience to experience it already happening within. That's the power. That's the implication of all processes. Whether it's affirming, whether it's imagining, whether it's scripting, whether it's meditation, all of it. It's nothing to make something happen out there, but rather to experience it already happening within. It's already happening within you. So let's hit it. Remember, patience is only required in linear time, where you believe you are separate from what you want. Do you see it? Past, present, and future is an invention of the lower mind, right? All of this is now. Creation is finished. And so everything in some ways is in the past, meaning it all exists. It's all happening now, right? So the past, I wasn't who I wanted to be and didn't have what I wanted to have. And then you're in the present. I still don't have it, but if I'm patient, I'll get it. If I'm patient and I persist, I get it. And then in the future, I'll finally be who I want to be and have what I want to have. The Course in Miracles says the script is written. Neville Goddard and other spiritual greats say creation is finished. What does that mean? It means all events, all potentials already exist. In fact, they've already happened, right? It's all done. All of this, the past. So it's really when you talk about linear time, you're talking about the past, the past present, and the past future, because it's all past. Do you hear this? All of it, all those timelines exist. The past, present, and future is all the ancient past, right? Creation was done in one moment, and then we believed we were separate from it, right? So the past scripts, the present scripts, the scripts to come, the future scripts are all the past. Do you hear it? The past scripts, the present scripts, and the scripts to come are all the past, meaning creation's finished. It's all done for you to choose from. But remember, it's all part of the whole. It's all part of unity. It's all part of love. So it all rolls up into this eternal present moment, right? That's what that ancient past is. It's the present moment where creation's already finished. Wow, that's powerful. So creation's finished. You need only drop the grave clothes. Like Lazarus, just drop the grave clothes. Creation's finished. You get to choose all possible realities, all lifelines, all film rolls. Drop the doubts, drop the fears, drop the idea that it's in the future. Drop the idea that you need to be patient. Drop the idea that you need to fix yourself, improve yourself. You're on a journey on healing. Drop the journey and just move to the healed you. Move to the improved you. Move to the you that has it all. Creation is finished. It is clear here, right? All possible realities, lifelines, film rolls, scripts exist right now. The eternal now moment. We put the idea of the present in between the idea of the past and future. Right? Our ego mind, our lower mind, and perceive linear time that requires patience, where we learn from the past with the hope of a potential better future. Do you see it? And then if we went through a painful experience, we say that it made us stronger. And none of it's required. We can move to anywhere we want in creation. It's all now. It's all potentials, past, present, and future. That's why psychics, I think this client mentioned early in her, before she really got into the idea of creating her own reality, she saw a lot of psychics. Psychics are not reading the future, but they're seeing a potential past script. They're seeing part of that creation that's already finished. That's what, and they're just saying that it's probable that you'll select this based on your current mix of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs and assumptions, that this is the script that you'll experience. But it's all done. They're not seeing a future that hasn't happened. They're seeing a future that's already happened. Creation's finished, right? That's why sometimes they seem all over the place. It's not that they're wrong. They're just seeing a different potential reality that you, through your free will, through your changing thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, are no longer going to experience. That's all that's going on. Psychics are accurate. They're seeing all of creation, some part of it, right? So it's not really even about inaccuracy. It's you have free will to choose where you're going to move. So you simply rearrange that which already is until it implies what you want. This is Neville Goddard. I'm going to go through these quotes by Neville Goddard. I put them all together where he talks about rearranging your mind, rearranging your thoughts. Right? In other words, rearranging your perception, because that's what it's all about. You're just rearranging your perception so you can see that part of creation that you want to see. You simply rearrange that which already is until it implies what you want. So powerful. Creation's finished. All scripts are written. The script is written. You just rearrange it. So you create this, so you can rearrange your perception, that partial, incomplete perception, to see what you want. Rearrange that 0.0001% so you can see a different part of that 100% of potential, right? You can rearrange the pattern of your thinking and change your world by remaining loyal, persisting, right? That's what he means by that, to your unseen construction or reality. Wow! Invisible states, when properly rearranged, will externalize what they imply. For the potency of every imaginal act is in the implication, by rearranging your mind. Wow. So guys, Neville says it here. It's about rearranging that inner state. As you go within, you align with that greater reality. And your perception becomes rearranged. That's what Neville was talking about. Your perception becomes rearranged as you align with what you want. Right? It becomes whole, complete, versus the linear, fragmented, and partial perception that you have. That's why be still and know that you're God. Be still and know I am God. That's why the ancients said that. Go in and know that I am this. Then now you're no longer having that partial or fragmented linear perception. You're going to have that complete perception, that whole completion, what's more true perception. You're rearranging your perception. You're rearranging what formerly you couldn't see. Wow, that's big. So, linear time is the belief in separation, in cause and effect, in past, present, and future as different. Do you see it? Past, present, and future are all the same. Creation's finished. Script is written. They all exist. All those lifelines. And cause equals effect. It's all happening now. Instead, it's all simultaneous. It's all happening now. And if this is true, and it is, patience makes no sense. Waiting makes no sense. Only persisting in your imagined end makes sense. And that's the true definitions of patience. That you don't need to be patient for anything because it's already yours. That's why patience is love. That's why Scripture says that. Both seen and unseen is all potentials in mind. You get to choose your experience of creation. Both seen and unseen are all those potentials in your mind. Patience is natural to those who trust, right? Sure of the ultimate interpretation of all things in time, no outcome already seen or yet to come can cause them fear. This is from A Course in Miracles. Beautiful definition of patience. Patience is natural to those who trust. Trust in what? Trust in your inner authority. Trust that creation's finished. Trust that it's all within you, right? Trust that the 3D world and the universe all comes from you. Trust that you are the authority, right? Sure of the ultimate interpretation of all things in time, right? They're all known. No outcome already seen or yet to come can cause them fear. Why? Because there is no outcome that is not already seen or yet to come. Everything already is seen, right? Right? Everything's already seen and there's nothing yet to come. It's all done. There's no reason to have fear. I love that quote from A Course in Miracles. Already, yet to come. No, now. So it's really now, right? Patience is knowing that the script is written. It's about waiting for things to, it's not about waiting for things to change. It's knowing you can't change it. You can only change the way you see it and perceive it. Do you hear this? That the script is written. If creation's finished, if every possibility already exists, you're not changing anything. You're not even manifesting anything, right? It's not about waiting for things to change. It's knowing that you can change it. You can only change the way you see it. And then when you change your mind, when you change the way you see it, you start seeing what you want to see, right? Seek not to change the world, but choose to change your mind about the world. A Course in Miracles. Not about changing yourself, improving things, but trying to change 3D versions of yourself to be better. It's about selecting and choosing and moving to the version or reality that you want to experience next, right? The lower mind, the messy middle, lives in linear time with doubt and fear, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain, trying to improve itself in the world. Just be still and know I am God. That's the most powerful quote from the verse from Scripture ever, right? It has it all in that. All metaphysical teachings can be summed up as only love is real, right? Only love. Everything else is made up. Everything's a dream of the mind. Love is not linear, right? Persistence is about returning to the thought that only love is real over and over again. That's what persistence really means, right? It's not persistence necessarily to get something. Love is patience. Patience. This is from the Scripture. The eternal patience of all that is. Wow. Really, guys, when you get this, like my client, she goes, I really got it. Right? It changed everything. When you get this, you get everything. So big. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for sharing the channel. Thank you for sharing it with your friends, your family, and colleagues. Thank you for considering joining the membership channel. We will have another powerful video for the members probably today. And so more is coming on that. Don't forget, we have a Facebook group at facebook.com/group/BeSomethingWonderful where you can share insight and guidance with others. It's a great forum, a positive forum, empowering forum to openly share with others, right? And also you can visit our Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, or just go to our website anytime for all that information about Be Something Wonderful and more at BeSomethingWonderful.com or TomKearin.com. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, creators, see you soon.